on your display, man.
Those things that we did right there on that iteration that we talked about afterwards and stuff we talked about on the other one. Take all that, you did your job, pushed it out.
I hit small arms first, but I probably rushed it too fast. They were probably trying to call it back out.
I'm First Sergeant Kelly Smith.
Thank you. And what is the training objective for today?
The training objective for today was to go through our combined battle drill lanes, which going along these routes, our movement would actually run into UXOs, IEDs, small arms fire, indirect fire, and it's just to basically reassure that our SOPs that we've created, all our TTPs, all the training that we've been through in our battle drills and rehearsals that we've done up until this point, we either validate those SOPs or we had to go back, switch them up a little bit to make sure that, that the SOPs are solid and it's going to work for this organization.
That's a great answer. How does this training support your mission, your unit readiness?
I think it's really going to support our unit readiness by actually raising morale. I mean, in the field with these long hours, these hot days, the muddy mess that we've had all over the place, soldiers are getting tired, they're getting wore out. They may not know it now, but when they look back, here in just, a few months, I think actually most of them are going to reflect on this AT and, they're going to say, man, that was one of the best training events, we've ever had. I've already heard a couple of them talk about like, this is way harder than my first AT or last AT, whatever it may have been. And I said, well, do you see why I've been telling you that for the past 4 or 5 months, that I knew exactly, what was going to be going on with this annual training period. So, on top of just being an AT, it's actually an additional week. So, whereas we're here for 3 weeks, or basically 2.5 weeks, then we'll be going back to Fort Sill to finish up this annual training period.
So is that 4 weeks total?
No, 3 weeks total.
3 weeks.
We're here at Fort Chaffee for about 2.5 weeks, and then that last, really about the last half to make that 3rd week is going to be back at Fort Sill, back at home station.
All right, Roger. Would you talk about your soldiers as a team, teamwork?
Will I talk about them as, say that again, because...
Can you talk to me about how your team, or how your soldiers execute your mission as far as the team works?
As a team.
Okay. It's probably best just to talk about actually the organization itself. So in an HHB, we have multiple MOSs, multiple sections. Just in this small group that I had out here with our 8 personnel, we had a couple from my commo section, we had 1 from my S1 section, I had 2 medics, I had my CBURN NCO, and I had an S2 NCO. So I mean, it's a diverse group of different different MOSs, different personalities, but I believe everything we do, I'd say we work really well as a team, no matter whether it's home station, field training exercise, ATs, whatever it may be, state active duty missions. Most of these, for a good part, not just these soldiers that were here, but most of them in HHB currently. We went down to Hurricane Harvey a couple years ago, and from that I could really tell just how motivated these soldiers are. So it's nothing to surprise me that they take this motivation back and put it in training like this.
That's great, thank you. What makes your unit successful in its mission?
I'd say it comes down to the quality NCOs I have, the officers, just that leadership that's there, and not only just the leadership, but also like I said, the motivation from the soldiers. They love to train, soldiers love to train, and sometimes I don't think you can train them too hard. They might think it there in that specific instance, but like I said, looking back, all of them you know, they want to train. They want to do what they signed up to do, and they love to do things that they, you know, different training events such as this that we've had today, and the previous ones that we've executed throughout the week.
They love to do the job.
They do.
Thank you, First Sergeant.